How you doing, guys? Welcome back to another video. This time more Transformers. As you guys can see, this is a Kickback from the Transformers Legacy line. Just got this as part of my big pile of loot from Big Bad Toy Store. And I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with this first Insecticon. It's a really cool toy. So let's get going. We'll move him aside for now. The packaging, I'm actually really impressed with this with this packaging. I really like that they went with this purple slash blue coloring. Reminds me a lot of Decepticons, of course. And I like the drawings and the animation that they have there. It's pretty cool, showing Kickback there. And here's the actual robot, and then the out mode. I haven't had a chance to scan this. I'm assuming it says something. No idea. And there's the legacy tag, but there it is. Obviously, I've already opened this, so we'll put that aside. Inside, in addition to the figure, you get these two pieces that go attached to his wings. He can also use them as swords. They can also go attached to his arms, and I'll show that. You also get his gun. That's one of the main accessories that he comes with. This one's really cool. Again, very G1 there. They managed to capture, with some slight color variations, but this is pretty much his gun from the show. You also get these cool instructions, which are pretty big for such a very simple transformation. They're actually pretty good size there, but hey, the bigger the better. My eyes are not what they used to be. And then, of course, in addition to these effects here and the gun itself, we have the main guy, Kickback, which I'm very impressed with. I mean, this is really cool. I know they made in the past like legend size Insecticons. I never got those, so it's really cool that they're making deluxe Insecticons. I think based off of this guy, if this is the route they're going, I'm really looking forward to Bombshell and Shrapnel. So, yeah, there we are. Really cool details. The head, the antennas here from the bug mode are these nice soft yellow, but it's really nicely painted. There's a head, the Decepticon insignia. The chest here is really nice. It's some clear, almost like yellow plastic. So that's really cool. And yeah, I mean, overall, for just a black and purple figure, you'd think it would be lacking on detail, but they've done such a great job. For example, on the legs with this little detailing here, the paint, the yellow here on the knees. It's really cool that they've managed to just include all this little sculpting in the plastic. And the wings, of course, are clear plastic, but there's some detail there on the insides to make it look like bug wings, or the bug like detail. Here's the back. Not much there to say, but overall really impressed with this figure. As far as articulation, he does have shoulders. The arms themselves do completely rotate. Elbows, the hands do not turn. They do go in because of the transformation. Same thing, the head does rotate completely 360. He can't really look up and down. And then he could do a full rotation if that's your thing, but that obviously adds to the possibility. He splits really well. And, we do have some ankle rocker here, which is really cool for possibility. The knees, 90 degrees, and the joints are nice and tight. They're not loose, so this guy does stand in the poses that you'll leave him in. The wings themselves do move completely around, and that's actually part of the transformation. They ask you to put them forward, so it's really cool. I mainly have them like sort of facing slightly back and up, and that sort of gives him a bit of a height there. You guys can see, but this is a really nice figure. Again, it's really cool that we're getting now the Insecticons in deluxe size. but a really nice figure, I would say. If you're a fan of Decepticons and Insecticons specifically, you can't go wrong with this figure. The gun, he does hold it very well in his hands, so you can, there we go, you can hold his gun. These purple effects, you can, there is a hole here in his arm, in his forearm, you can attach that like that, or if you so wish, there's also a like a slot here, a section that goes into these wings, so you can slot it there if that's a thing, and it'll hold it in place. And you could do it on both sides like that. The other thing that you can do is per the instructions, you can also, he can also hold these as swords, I guess, or some kind of, yeah, there you go. He could do that on both sides, but really cool. I probably won't use these that much. You can attach them to the wings, as I said, but I'll probably just keep him like this with his gun in robot mode and transform him into his bug mode. Yeah, and the transformation is fairly simple. It's not anything too complicated. These guys, for the most part, they kind of just lay down and they have these appendages that come out of the legs and the arms. So we'll go over that mode and we'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, so here we are back with the Insecticon mode. I guess he's supposed to be a giant mechanical grasshopper. And if you're familiar with the show, this is pretty accurate, pretty dead on. The transformation is not that difficult. I mean, he's pretty much just laying on his back. You turn the head and, you know, the appendages and everything are part of his arms. You could see some of his fists here and the legs, etc. So it's not a crazy transformation, but very, very accurate to the show and the way these guys looked anyway. So no issues from me on my end. This is very accurate to what was on that TV show. So great job, I think, there in bringing that forth and making this grasshopper mode. As I said, you can also attach these wings in this mode. There are slots here on the sides of the clear wings where you can slot these effects if you wanted to I guess maybe give him a bit more volume, but I'm not too crazy about it. The gun itself can also store down here if you wanted to in his there you go, there's a section there. It's really cool. But yeah, that's a thing you could do. One cool thing that I thought was nice about the transformation is initially I was trying to figure out how they were going to hide his face. I thought they were just going to have it laid there like that. But there's a panel on the back here that you just flip over and it completely hides his face. So that's really cool. So in bug mode, you won't really see his face. But again, really cool mode. Very accurate to that G1 show. Awesome toy there. So nothing much else to say. Thumbs up on this mode. We'll do a quick comparison, then we'll probably just close the video. Okay, guys, so comparison time. Here is Kickback, Legacy Kickback next to Earthrise Starscream in robot mode. I'd say that works really well. And let's add in, here's the Netflix Soundwave, and he's holding a laser beak there, but that works. That is definitely I think G1, and the sizing, the scale definitely works for me there. Really cool. We'll move these two aside. I just wanted to show them so you guys could see what they look like. Here he is next to Lord Megatron. This is the Siege Megatron in animation colors. I think this was some kind of store exclusive or something like that. But again, that scale really works really well. We'll add another big guy, another big Decepticon. Here is next to the newly released, again from the same Legacy line, Motor Master. Again, Motor Master and Megatron were much bigger than Kickback. So there you go. That again works really well. And then lastly, one last Decepticon here. Here is Siege Reflector. And they're about the same size. Reflector is just like I have them in that sort of walking pose there, but they're relatively about the same size, which I think again works for that scale. So no issues there. And then just a few Autobot comparisons. Here he is next to Bumblebee. Again, he is a bit much bigger than Bumblebee, which again I think works. That is the Netflix Bumblebee, War for Cybertron Bumblebee. So there you go. If you guys want to see that. Here's another mini bot here. This is Beachcomber. This is from, I think this is Legend Scale. This may have been from Titans Returns or Combiner Wars, one of those lines from a couple of years back. They need to redo this toy and make him a little bigger. But this is a cool figure. But there you go. Just want to show them there with those guys. And then we'll throw in one last Autobot here. Here he is next to a Studio Series 86 Jazz. I think that works. Obviously, Jazz is in like a action pose there. So he seems a little smaller, but they're relatively about the same size. But I think, again, this kind of works. Really, really cool. But overall, I'm very positive on this guy. Makes me definitely look forward to Shrapnel and Bombshell. Definitely looking forward to get those guys now on the strength of how awesome this guy came out. I think they've done a great job so far. You know, knocking it out of the park with most of these figures. Legacy and the previous War for Cybertron and Kingdom and all that. I think they've definitely done a great job with all these figures, and we'll put him there next to all his buddies. And yeah, otherwise nothing much else to say. This is definitely a worthy figure if that's a thing you're looking for in Insecticons. This Kickback is definitely a must get, at least for me, you know, who as a big G1 fan. No complaints, joints are tight, transformation is fairly simple, very accurate to the show. The toy itself, nice colors, the purple, black, and yellow see-through chest with the Decepticon, the Decepticon insignia looks great. The wings, he's got good presence, really, really nice toy overall. I would definitely say this is a get. But with all that, thank you for your time. I hope you got something out of this video. Any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. But otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day. Be nice to each other and take care.